As with any marketing or advertising activity, it's important that we have an underpinning strategy in place to make sure that we're getting a good return for the money that we're spending. So the strategy that we're going to be using for our Facebook advertising here is what we call an ascension strategy. So the first part of that is using more broad adverts to drive traffic to your website. So that would be promoting blog content, promoting key articles or resources on your website. And the purpose here is just to get traffic on your site, because once they're on your site, we can then pixel that traffic. Now we're going to be talking about pixels in the next module of this course, but essentially what it means is we get to tag them. We get to mark them as having visited our website, and in doing so we can gather information about what they actually do on our site. So you'll see here why we are using the broad ads just to get people into the website. Obviously, we still want to target those ads. We still want to make sure that they're going out to people who are going to be interested in the subject material, but we're really aiming for a good quantity of people coming into pretty low impact content. So if you send an advert out to 1 million people promoting your paid product, you're going to get far less people clicking through than if you send out an advert to that same million people just promoting a useful blog post. So we get those people to the website and then we drop a pixel on those people so that we can then really start to use them and really start to tailor our ads around what those people do. Once we're actually tracking that information, we can then use it to create custom audiences, which is essentially where we group people together according to what they do on our website. So that's usually if they've visited a certain page, performed a specific action, or shown an interest in a particular type of content or a particular subject on your site. And once we've got those custom audiences, we can then show targeted adverts to those different audiences according to what it is they've done on your site. So obviously if somebody has come through and read blog posts on one particular topic, then the ads that you show them for your lead magnet or for your sales page can be written in a way that takes into account the fact that they have shown an interest in that topic. And we'll be looking at a practical example of how that comes into play a little later in the course. And that's the basic underpinning strategy that we're using to start out with when it comes to using Facebook to advertise on membership sites. So rather than just blasting out all of our sales ads and all of our promotional ads to as many people as we can, we're getting more targeted. We're still sending stuff out to larger audiences, but we're not trying to push everybody towards our sales page. The name of the game is to get people onto your website so that you can start gathering information about them in order to better target your sales and your promotional ads to them in the future based on what they actually do when they come to your site. Now, if you're just getting started out with your membership site, perhaps you don't have a sales funnel, maybe you don't have opt-in pages or key sections on your site. Maybe it's just a basic site with a waiting list or a blog page. Well, for you guys, when we're going along in this course, it's really about building the foundations for this strategy. So even if you don't have much in terms of website content right now, and maybe you don't have your lead generation stuff in place, you don't have a sales page, you can still get things moving when it comes to implementing this Facebook strategy, even if that's just simply making sure all of your tracking stuff is in place and starting to build up your basic custom audiences so that when your site is in a position to start really rolling out this strategy, you've already got something to work with. So in the next module, we're going to be looking at setting up your tracking pixels and your conversion pixels. So this is something that everybody's going to want to do regardless of what stage they are within their own membership site process. But for this module, your action steps are to map out the different key stages of your existing sales funnel and your lead generation funnel, identifying the key pages that are involved. So these will be things like your lead magnet squeeze page, so the page in which you collect opt-in information. It'll also be the thank you pages for those, because they're going to come into play when it comes to tracking conversions, and that's something we'll look at in the next module. So map out all the different stages of your sales funnel and all the key pages that you currently have on your website, and then we're going to use these in the future modules as we're implementing this ascension strategy.